What if I told you the world's most wanted man wasn't hiding in a cave, but in a city? What if I told you that the most daring military raid of the 21st century happened in the dead of night, just a mile from a military academy? And what if I told you that a single call, just one, was all it took to crack open a decade-long mystery? This is the story of Operation Neptune Spear, the mission that ended the hunt for Osama bin Laden, the story you thought you knew, but never heard like this. After the dust settled on 9/11, the world demanded justice. Osama bin Laden, the mastermind behind the attacks, vanished into the rugged mountains of Tora Bora. For years, he was a ghost, slipping through borders, hiding in caves, eluding the most powerful intelligence agencies on Earth. The CIA launched the largest manhunt in modern history. Satellites scanned the skies, drones hovered over tribal lands. Billions of dollars were spent, thousands of hours poured into leads that went nowhere. But bin Laden had learned. He stopped using phones. He avoided the internet. He trusted only a handful of couriers. And that's where the story begins to shift. For years, detainees whispered about a man known only as al-Kuwaiti. He was loyal, trusted, a ghost within a ghost. The CIA knew if they could find him, they might find bin Laden. But al-Kuwaiti was careful until one day in 2010 when he made a mistake. In the bustling city of Peshawar, he turned on a cell phone. Just once, just long enough. The signal was traced. The call led to a quiet town in northern Pakistan, Abbottabad, a place known more for its military academy than for hiding fugitives. There, nestled in a middle-class neighborhood, was a compound that didn't belong. High walls, no phone lines, no internet, trash burned inside, children who never went to school, a man who never left the third floor. The CIA watched. They rented a safe house nearby. They installed cameras. They tracked routines. They saw a tall man pacing the balcony, always behind a privacy screen, always at the same time. Never seen, never heard. They called him the Pacer. Could it be him? The CIA compiled a dossier, Anatomy of a Lead. It wasn't proof, but it was the best lead in a decade. They brought it to President Obama. The room was divided. Some said yes, others said wait. There were three options: a drone strike, a bombing run, or a ground raid. Only one would bring back proof. Only one would confirm the kill. The president made his choice. We're going in. May 1, 2011. Two modified Blackhawks lifted off from Jalalabad, Afghanistan. On board, SEAL Team 6, the best of the best. They flew low, under radar, across the border, into the heart of Pakistan. As they hovered over the compound, one helicopter faltered. The air was too hot, the walls too high. It crash-landed inside the compound. No one was hurt. The mission continued. The SEALs breached the walls, room by room, floor by floor. Ibrahim, dead. Abrar, dead. Khalid, dead. Then, the third floor. A woman lunged. A SEAL pushed her aside. And there he was, Osama bin Laden, unarmed, tall, gray-bearded, frozen in place. 2 shots, one to the chest, one above the left eye. Time of death, 1 a.m. Pakistani Standard Time. The SEALs moved fast. They gathered hard drives, flash drives, handwritten notes, cash, weapons, videos. They wrapped the body, took DNA, snapped photos. Then they blew up the downed helicopter, boarded the backup Chinook, and vanished into the night. Back in Washington, the Situation Room waited. Then came the code. Geronimo EKIA. Enemy killed in action. At 11:35 p.m. Eastern Time, President Obama addressed the nation. Tonight, I can report the United States has conducted an operation that killed Osama bin Laden. Crowds erupted, Times Square, Ground Zero, the White House gates. But in Pakistan, the mood was different. Shock, embarrassment, anger. How had he lived there for years? Who knew? Who helped? The compound was demolished, the family detained, the questions never fully answered. Bin Laden's death didn't end terrorism, but it ended a chapter. It proved that justice, though delayed, is never denied. It showed the power of patience, of precision, of people who never gave up. From a single call to a 38-minute raid to a burial at sea. This was more than a mission. It was a message. No one is beyond reach. Narrator, quiet, reflective. This is the story of Operation Neptune Spear, of shadows and silence, of courage and consequence. If this story moved you, if it made you think, feel, or remember, don't let it end here. Like, share, subscribe. And if you want the full story, the untold details, the human moments behind the headlines, get your copy of Operation Neptune Spear by Fiona Bramley, available now. Because history isn't just what happened, it's how we remember it.